What's up, Matt? Yeah,
What's
so I'm
up?
looking for the best approach to the common brush off of I've passed your information along to blah blah blah. They'll be in touch if they're interested. Like I don't know where to go from there once they throw that wall up.
Yeah, so who is the person that is brushing you off? What's their title?
So typically, so we're a marketing agency that's trying to get to internal marketing teams,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes I have a salesperson in between me and that department, or sometimes they might even be trying to get me to C-suite, which is can be better depending on the size of the organization. So it's typically a sales or business development person that's doing me like the favor of forwarding me, my information along, which I don't even know if they're actually doing, right?
Yeah, they're probably not. They're probably not. So a
Right.
couple ways you could do that. First off, and like C Money probably knows what I'm going to say because he's a local on here. Derek knows what I'm going to say. Um, a few people might know what I'm going to say. When you go, who should I talk to? They just smash you down, right? Snitches get stitches. Nobody wants to give anybody's name. And they'll say, I'll send your information over. There's no win in it for them. If you can switch your who to a where, you're going to do a lot better, right? Where would I go for something like that? Now, the key is what would you put in front of where would I go for some of that? And it's not a sales pitch, right? Because that's still going to be difficult. Hey, we can help you with the marketing. We can save you money. We can save you time. We can improve your lead quality, right? Where would I go for something like that? They're like sales pitch. So if I'm reaching out to a salesperson, it could sound something like this. Hey, Mike, Matt Easton over here at Easton Marketing Dynamics. Huge fan of what you guys are doing. Awesome job, by the way, in the sales department. You guys are really doing some big things there. Pause. Yeah, man. We work our butts off. Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, I was thinking about you guys today in terms of, number one, your sales team is awesome, but we've talked to some other things, and we're seeing some issues. There's some stuff going on more at the C level. I've got a few insights that I'd love to share with your organization that can really help them support you guys in getting you guys better leads so you guys are able to close more deals on the sales side. And again, this is stuff that some of it that they can just implement whether they do business with us or not, because we're literally in the C-suites of a lot of commercial roofing companies. Where would I go to let them know what a great job you guys are doing, but then also kind of share some of those little things so that they can equip you guys with all the resources that you guys are needing? Oh, talk to Curtis Crawford. He's my boss, and please let him know that Matt Easton is awesome, right? They're going to be more, I'm not saying it's going to work every time, but they're going to be more likely to pass you along if it's a where would I go and it's not a sales pitch. It's not a where would I go to insult you and let you know how bad the company's doing, and it's not where would I go to sidestep you as a sales. Where would I go to let them know what a great job you guys are doing? By the way, this is the exact same talk track that you guys need for reverse trade shows, because typically the people in the booth are not the ones making the decision, right? And you guys, when we try reverse trade show, what I mean by that is you don't have a booth. You're walking around to other booths. And we waste too much time because the people in those booths are the salespeople, right? It needs to be, man, you guys are awesome. You guys are doing a great job. You guys are amazing, man. Does your leadership know what a great job you guys are doing? Does home office know it? Yeah, we're working our butts off. Tina actually sobered up. We didn't think she was going to do it this morning. We didn't think she was going to do it. 4 a.m. She was still taking shots. Man, hey, I've got a few ideas that I think would really help you guys after the show in terms of senior leadership being able to get you guys some resources so you guys get even more leads. And I'd love to let the team know what an awesome job you guys are doing. Where would I go for something like that? Curtis Crawford, he's our VP. He's not in the booth right now, but let me give you his modal, please. Tina's like, well, I don't know, I was sober. Will do, right? And it's just a much better way to go. So that's how you start it. The second piece of this, when they're like, you can't really call and say, did you send it over? What you can do is be, hey, I wanted to make sure that you had the documents to send over to senior leadership so we can put you guys in the best position to XYZ and ABC, right? I'm going to just summarize my understanding of the current situation, capabilities needed, next steps. I'll have that over to you in the next 10 minutes or so, right? Focus on that power email that I was just showing you with current situation, capabilities needed, next steps. That's going to get shopped a lot more. Unfortunately, though, we can't really just send that blindly without having a conversation. So if you haven't had a conversation, just wanted to make sure you had the blank to send that over. But I wouldn't even go with, I'm pitching you my stuff and having them. I would go with, I have an insight. There's something that'd be useful for them, whether they do business with us or not. Where would I go for something like that and hope that they kick you over the wall on that side? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's good. I appreciate that. I have one follow-up to that.
Yeah,
In a
for
situation where I have that first call, I say, hey, can I send you over a link to some of the things we're doing? They're like, yeah, of course. I send over that link, usually to our website or maybe a sales sheet or something like that.
Yep.
They'll respond, I forwarded this to XYZ. Now I'm kind of, again, this is through email now, same wall. That conversation's kind of dead at that point because I'm assuming that
it is with
this
that
person doesn't
subject. Yeah, great. This is a great question. It is with that subject. This is why that ECCP course 02, is so important, because you're sending them something over, right? 95% of the time, no matter who it is, when we said, hey, we're going to send you an email, I need you guys to realize that email's 95% chance that email's not going to get the job done and not sell it. And if we focus on the email, you're either going to get one of three answers. It's, I sent it over, I'll let you know if they hear. Haven't sent it over yet, that's uncommon. Or if they are the person that was supposed to be the recipient, haven't had time to read it, right? This is where you want to be able to pivot and be like, hey, we sent it over. We'll let you know if we hear anything. Awesome. That's actually not why I was reaching out. There is something going on, and this is where you go right back to your insight. I don't want to focus on that email because now the conversation is too much focused on, did you read the email? Do you have questions on the email? I'm following up on the email. I'm checking in the email. I want to ideally get to a skillful, deep conversation where I can talk about their current, I can introduce an insight. I can talk about their current situation. I can monetize their current situation, and then I can deliver a post-conversation power email. Current situation, capabilities needed, next steps in terms of solving the problem that you talked about with them or achieving the result that you talked about with them. And that's easier to follow up on than just kind of an email about the company. That's why I recommend keep those emails short, keep them simple. Don't put a ton of stuff in there, because I just want to be honest with you guys, most people never read that stuff. They go off their gut, right? They'll scan the email and go, it looks pretty good, I'll talk to Sean, right? So we don't want to make the attention on the email because most kids don't do their homework. And it's not you. I found out that I find the exact same thing even when I reach out to people. Nobody reads my emails unless you guys are reading it here on the lives and notice the typos. The customers never notice the typos. Only you guys do. Why? The customers don't read the email. Their gut scans it and goes, I think I want to work with this guy. And then they proceed that way. Does that make sense?
Yes. Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.